Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to CK3. This time around doing another what-if thing. So basically, what if Jon Snow was raised by Rhaegar Targaryen? The best way to go about this, I feel, is to play as Rhaegar and create the scenario with you guys. To put it simply, Rhaegar is going to win at the Trident. Or at least, Rhaegar is going to defeat Robert Baratheon. Either way, Jon is being raised as a Targaryen. How that comes about exactly is going to be somewhat up to the video game to decide, so we'll see what happens.
This war is far from over.
Robert's rebellion is well underway. Rhaegar has returned from the Tower of Joy, where he knocked up his lover and third cousin, Lyanna Stark, turning to Dragonstone to rally his forces and fight the would-be usurper, his cousin, Robert Baratheon. Rhaegar knows that his father must be dealt with. His father should have been dealt with a long time ago, but there's no sense on focusing on paths not taken. First, the stag must be brought to heel, and then his father must be dealt with. The realm has suffered enough. We're going to head down, join up with the Reach and the Martells, and go against whoever the hell's leading these armies. Who is leading these armies? Now, Robert's up north in the Vale. Stannis is at Storm's End. There you go. Come on, get in there. Help him, help him, help him, Rhaegar. Yes. That counted. That counted as helping. Yeah, we'll stay with the Tyrells and the Martells for now. That was a slaughter at Red Spire, by the way. Like, good lord. The 3 men! 3 dudes survived that. Quickly! Get up there. Quick. Get up there, because that's going to be the deciding, like, battle. Pretty much. Yeah, they are landing. They are absolutely landing. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I think we outnumbered them. Yeah, now, once the Martells arrive, we'll be fine. Hollow, Robert! Sword flows around Robert like water, each strike chaining fluidly then into the next. Form is good, my opponent is holding his own. Robert retaliates with smooth, flowing, a series of rapid thumps and crushing whacks. Each strike forcing me back a little. My form is good, only small errors. Robert's stance is formidable. One colossal cleave of my sword was almost enough to wrench his hammer away from him, but he just manages to recover. Fuck. Robert shifts into the defensive stance, his hammer forming a damned near impenetrable wall of perfect parries between me and him. Strike parry riposte. I won! Few men can withstand my barrage of powerful cleaves, and my opponent is no exception. Robert fights like a man possessed, lashing out with a never-ending storm of crushing whacks that force me back and back. It's not till he takes a second to exult in his imminent victory that I'm able to pull off a surprisingly firm parry. The block deflects his hammer back into his face, smashing down to the bone. I waste no time, sweeping Robert's feet out from underneath him and sweeping straight into and seaming him from groin to neck. Due to sudden death. Yeah, fuck it. I beat Robert! Suck it! I've killed my own cousin! Woo! The Usurper is dead, but the war rages on. The rebels must be crushed in the Vale, and then Rhaegar will turn his attention to his father. With that battle won, Rhaegar goes about summoning his lords to his command tent to discuss the future, and the fact that Ares must be brought to justice. The ravens have sent, now I stand before the room full of my father's vassals, contemplating the dire situation I'm in, to depose a king, not just a king, but my father. But then before me are those who might be loyal enough to join my cause. It is now or never. Do I dare propose that we remove Ares from the throne? They must come to an end, yes. With Robert dead, the rebellion is scattered to the wind. Rhaegar must now turn his attention to the reality of the fact that he needs to remove his father and bring peace and prosperity to his new empire, kingdom. Time has come and the plot has been discussed. Now I stand before my counselors awaiting their reply. Who will join me to put an end to the reign of my father, the Mad King? The question lands like a scorpion bolt, taking all the air from the room. But soon as those begin to speak up, and a chorus of support rings out, yet some remain silent. I can get Barristan and Selmy to join me. And Jaime. Jaime will join me without any bribes. I think I will go down south, actually. Help out, take out the rest of the Starks. Is Tywin still keeping out of it? Yeah, Tywin's still keeping out of things. Interestingly, we have young Edmure imprisoned. Ned's still chilling. Rob has been born. Hey, Tywin has joined the side of the rightful kings, boys. He sees the way that the wind is blowing. Plus, Robert's dead. So, Tywin shows his colors. Tywin will be my new lookout. One more thing, and then we can execute it. With Tywin's backing now as well. The Loyalist forces are just beating the shit out of Runestone up north. That's what they're busy doing. We have enough people. 69% chance. It's perfect. It'll work. It'll be fine, probably. I have most of the Kingsguard on my side. There we go. My agents tell me that King Aerys is traveling from King's Landing to Rook's Rest. Soon he will be at my mercy. And it failed. Seriously? Okay, I guess I have to wait again. While the Lannisters beat up some of those guys and the rest of the Targaryen forces are in the Vale. How are we so bad at this? The Loyalist forces appear to be going south, I'm assuming to go fight the rebels at Starfall, oddly enough. They've gone down to Dawn and are just chilling there. Rhaegar is going to stay at the capital, however, and plot the abdication of his father in order to secure the realm for himself and bring justice and prosperity to his new empire. I mean, kingdom. Okay, well, with the war over and the rebellion broken, the pointless war is lost over. Rhaegar cannot rest. Lyanna remains where I left her, far in the south of Dawn. Travel to the Red Mountains and go get my wolf girl. Aerys has executed all the rebels and wiped out their entire families, basically. So, yeah, they're all dead. That's a thing that's happened. With the war over, Rhaegar goes south to the Tower of Joy to fetch Lyanna, only to find her in a bed of blood and roses. And there is a child, a babe, red-faced and crying, "Promise me, Rhaegar, promise me." Whereas young Prince Aemon is brought back from Dawn of Rhaegar's arms and takes Lyanna's body with him. Aerys, in the meanwhile, has executed everybody. All of the traitors have been executed and burnt alive, essentially. Everyone that Aerys could possibly get his fucking hands on, which is essentially everybody. So he has wiped out several family members. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 Lord Paramouncies that have been wiped the fuck out. Rhaegar returns home and realizes that he has failed miserably. All of this time trying to get his father off the throne, and he has completely failed the realm. So much death and loss because he didn't have the strength to stop his father before all of this happened. So he is critically fucking depressed. His wife is ill and may die. It's all going to shit. But nonetheless, at least Rhaegar is alive, and the Targaryens continue to rule Westeros. And we failed again. Why is it impossible to do this scheme against Aerys, apparently? Doesn't matter what the hell I do, it's just basically impossible to do this scheming. My scheme has been discovered, which means, well, today, the entire realm weeps. The Mad King has avoided my scheme to capture him and end his reign swiftly. Did a Reven reach one of them, blah blah blah. All I know is that the Seven Kingdoms cannot continue under the tyranny of my father. But now, deposing the Mad King becomes even more difficult. Alright, who will join Rhaegar against his father? Rhaegar summons the banners, and all those loyal to justice and goodness in the realm. In other words, people that don't like Aerys, which is basically everybody. Oh, something interesting is Lord Dennis Arryn is actually still alive. He is the only member of House Arryn to live, somehow. Yeah, for some reason he survived, I guess. He escaped, something. His son was executed, but... So he is the last Arryn now. The last Falcon, so to speak. I don't think any Starks survived. Other than Lyanna, obviously. Oh, actually, Lyanna's dead, so no. All Starks are dead. House Stark is dead. Unless we count Jon, which we kind of don't. The Greyjoys are even on my side, believe it or not. Tywin Lannister's on my side. The Reach is on my side. Dawn is obviously on my side. A couple of the Stormlanders have joined me as well. Rhaegar will gather the boys and go sail down to King's Landing, I guess. I'm pretty much sure we'll go to Duskendale, actually. Because then the River Lords can come over as well. Which includes the Blackfish, who survived. There's actually 2... Oh yeah, Edmund Tully's alive as well. But the Blackfish has taken control of Riverrun and is just chilling. Well, not chilling, he's actually marching to beat up Aerys. Which makes sense, because Aerys kind of actually blew up his family, so... Everyone get in here! Holy shit, it's Jaime. Jaime, what are you doing? You were supposed to bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness! Jaime, you don't have to do this, Jaime. It doesn't have to be like this. Form is good, small errors, stance is incredible. Damn it, Jaime! Alright, he defeated me in the duel, but I managed to escape afterwards. Got severely injured, actually. For once... Oh god, you failed the treatment, so Rhaegar is now brutally wounded because of Jaime Lannister. Excellent. Now, the good news is... we've just wiped out my father's armies, but the bad news is Rhaegar got wounded, like, really badly wounded. Come on, Jaime, turn... fucking Arthur Dayne is against me, dude. Arthur! How could you do this, Arthur? I'm trying to bring justice and prosperity to the empire, kingdom. Bloody Brackens. Of course the Brackens are with Aerys. I really don't want to go lay siege to King's Landing because I'm worried. Interestingly, Aerys has given Viserys the lordship of Brightwater Keep. I mean, realistically, Aegon doesn't. Wanna go march on King's Landing? In a roleplay sense, Rhaegar has no way of knowing that the wildfire is a thing. So if Aerys did blow up the place, it's not my fault. Get in here, boys. We must seize the capital, preferably before Rhaegar dies of his wounds. Take the citadel. The Iron Throne is ours by right. We will bring peace and prosperity to the realm. And definitely not fire explode. We might be fine. We might not get fire exploded. No, we're good. We're good. I think we're good. I want to see if he can actually take the Red Keep without getting fire exploded. Hey, Aerys has been excommunicated by the faith. The God is with us, boys. God is with us. Peace and prosperity is brought to us. Against all odds, we have overthrown the tyrants who once claimed the throne, shattering their grips on power. Bring them before me. Old Tally? I'll leave you to Mace to decide. Aerys, he made himself Lord Paramount of the Stormlands. Can he really kill his own father? Send him to the wall, I guess. But I kind of feel like he doesn't have much of a choice but to kill his father. But it would make him a kinslayer, and he's already depressed. And you keep him in house arrest, I suppose. That might be like the most humane thing for Rhaegar to do is, I mean, realistically sending him to the Night's Watch is effective. So I think he just keeps his father locked up in the Maiden Vault or something. Aerys lives out the rest of his days locked up. The realm might not take too kindly to that though. But I don't know. It's difficult because I don't see Aerys going to the Night's Watch and then like agreeing to swear his vows or anything. He'll just spit and scream and claw and fucking, you know, like go mental. I think it'd rather just lock Aerys up in the Maiden Vault and never talk about it again. Can't kill his own father. And sending him to the walls, not a thing. Or sending him off to Essos isn't a thing, so he just kind of locks him up. Okay, so, yeah, there's no secret that Lord Tywin played a large role in my recent victory. Unsurprisingly, seems he intended to use that to his advantage. A seat on the small council. He wishes to become my hand of the king, basically. It's the Laughing Spear to join the Kingsguard. That's, okay. 2 Martells on the Kingsguard now. The Arryns will maintain control of the Vale, since Dennis the Darling Arryn rose up against Aerys and fought for us. Yeah, Rhaegar doesn't hold the Arryns or the Starks raising up in rebellion against them. Arryn was defending his wards. Winterfell was just defending itself, because Rickard Stark had been burnt at the stake. And Robert had had his betrothed stolen, so, you know. Of all the factions that deserve any kind of sympathy from Rhaegar, it's the Arryns and the Starks, and Baratheon to a degree had... Rhaegar, if he had his way, probably wouldn't have executed all of the Baratheons, but his father beat him to it. In terms of the North, however, the only sensible option seemed to be giving the North over to the Karstarks, who have now claimed the name Stark, because the actual branch of the Starks was destroyed, and the Karstarks are a Caddet branch, so they've just taken the name Stark back for themselves. So the North is back in the hands of the Wolves, and the realm is at peace. What I am probably going to do is give my brother Viserys control of the Stormlands. I would give the Stormlands over to Jon Connington, but Jon Connington managed to get himself killed in a trial by combat against Royce. So, yeah. Unfortunately, giving the Stormlands to a 4-year-old child is probably not the smartest play that Rhaegar could do. So, instead, he'll probably just give it over to a branch of the Targaryens, his brother Viserys, who will marry somebody. I don't know who, but he'll marry somebody. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up this video. This was a prequel, if you will, to the following video, which will be what happens if Jon Snow is raised by Rhaegar as a Targaryen. I arguably could have made this a part of that video, but I'm in a bit of a rush, so I'd rather give you this to watch than give you nothing to watch. Consider this an appetizer for the main course to come, which should be next Friday, where we will follow the life and adventures of Prince Aemon Jon Targaryen. So without further ado, I thank you for watching. That is all for now. Remember to like, subscribe, click the buttons. You all know where they are. Every YouTuber tells you where they are. That is all for now. Thank you for watching. Soul out.
This war is far from over.